Hello and welcome. I am the Goblin King. Today we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode. If you did not catch it, I highly recommend checking out before watching this one. The goal for today is getting our archery up to level 50 and clear out the Ember Shard mine right outside of Rimwood. I think we need to get a couple more levels of sneaking archery before we can take on such the task of the mine. But we can begin getting those levels by going back to hunting and slaying all the poor defensive animals in the area. Let's get going. I have played this game so much that I know, like, right around here, there's 3 wolves that spawn around the corner, and there's always usually a deer in this one spot up here. And I think a rabbit, too. Maybe 4 wolves. I know there's, like, a bunch of wildlife right around this corner, right side of Riverwood. So I'm just kind of sneaking around, picking up things until I finally see something. Let's see if I can get this shot off. There's the deer. I knew he was around here somewhere. Something must have spooked him before. They give us 1 level in archery already. And we got the level up, awesome. That should make us level 5. Just keep keep rolling it down in health. I'm thinking I'm going to put the points in archery because I'm going to need the damage that I'm going to take on the mine. I don't know where the wolves are. I'm afraid to aggro them too heavily. I know a wolf spawns over there, I think, but we can just kind of keep sneaking up on this deer if he ever stops moving. Early humans, why they were such a threat to animals at the time, beyond their tool construction, is we were relentless. We would just chase down things for days even, and they would eventually just run out of stamina and fucking die to our attacks, our relentless attacks. That's what makes humans so scary. So we can pick this wolf off. That deer will come back around. Sometimes if you wait, he'll like pop up back where he originally spawned. But let's use this to put as much damage as we can on this wolf. Don't you just love the mechanics of Skyrim? Like, it looks like it's right on him, right? Like, I don't think there'd be much dip, but I guess we're such a low level on archery. Dunnan. Dunnan. Ah, shit, I got the other one's aggro too, I think. Time to dip. I actually recently got into hunting, like, IRL, earlier this year during deer season. And it was a lot of fun. I did it differently. I find it kind of boring just kind of sitting there and waiting. I much rather prefer just like walking around, looking and listening and seeing what you see. And I was actually able to kill a coyote earlier in the year. She was kind of small, but the damn thing kept walking up right to me, and I got like livestock on the farm. Had to get rid of them. But this is probably like the slow part of the adventure is just kind of sitting and waiting. This build is really optimal when it comes to survivability, but it's also time consuming because I have to keep waiting for everyone to forget that I'm there. It's just in their imagination. I decided to go get this rabbit. I think that wolf killed it earlier, and that's one of the cool things about this mod is you can just like straight up pick up. Oh, I guess he saw me. I think he's at a low enough. Yeah, he's at a low enough health. I can just kind of whop him. Diseases are a pain in the ass in this because I'm so far away from a shrine. So if I would get a disease, it could really slow down my playthrough by a lot. I don't think he's alerted the other ones yet. He's here fucking somewhere. And one of the cool things is about this, well, it won't let me fucking do it. I guess I have to be completely out of combat. I'm trying to just search him. Come on. I guess he's out enough. Like, I'm always afraid of losing them going down the water. I think the wolf's somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Dead. Got him. I'll just sit here and wait until I'm not in combat anymore. But you can actually pick up the dead animals and they add it to your inventory and they have a weight to them and stuff. So you don't have to butcher them right where you are, which is nice. So I guess I'll just pick up that wolf and that rabbit and make myself on back to town. Um, Whoa, what the? Oh, a majestic dolphin in its natural habitat. I wonder where he ran off to. And there's a crab. I didn't know a crab spawned in Riverwood. That's kind of cool. I might want to let this crab live, but the only reason I want him to live is eventually I'll like start leveling up my light armor, and then I don't think I can kill that deer. Yeah, I can kill him. See, bop, awesome. They give like a shit ton of. See, I just picked up the crab. Like I was talking about, you could pick stuff up, and I got an arrow back. But that deer weighs like 120 pounds or some shit like that. It's an absurd amount. I just gotta pull him out of the water right now so I can butcher him. It's always a pain to pull things out of the water. I'm even considering for this playthrough, I might head up north and just like just kill a bunch of horkers and try to make money. But I'm so afraid. No, I picked him up. See, it just kind of crushes me under the weight. It's in the miscellaneous where everything is. And it shows the icon, but it says carcass, so that's what he is. Makes it a lot easier. If I stand up, it fixes it, and I'll field dress him and get all the goodies off of him. Okay, now that we're back in town, I can just kind of drop all these dead bodies I had on me and, you know, slaughter them all pretty much. It's kind of cool because for some of them it says clean. I think it says that for the crabs and it says it for the fish because you clean instead of, you know, butcher. And for some reason it's giving me the option twice. I don't know why it's doing that. It would, you know, lets me harvest ingredients again, so I'm okay with that. The more ingredients, the merrier, you know. It probably means clean in a different way. It's probably just like a redundancy, I guess. That's one of the parts that sucks about, you know, having the I need mod on, is because the time passages when doing this, I'm pretty much getting closer and closer to starving to death. Because like every one of these takes so much time to do. But I'll get them all clean and then I'll probably end up selling all the meat and buying food because it's more efficient that way for my money time. Since we found this guy, we can go ahead and, well, we got a level earlier, so we're able to train our levels back up, our archery, and in the process get another level, get the money off him. Now we're going to level up. Probably going to put it in archery, I'm thinking. That or sneaking. I might need to start putting more in sneaking, but definitely going to need the damage here soon. Let's see. You notice that it's different. Long shot increased damage. I try to go with what's the highest percent per what I'm doing. And then I can just keep talking talking to him back and forth, getting that, get money back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until I eventually get to 50. But I think I might not have enough gold right now, because I know he starts charging closer to 500 toward level 40. You can actually make a pretty decent amount of like gold just selling the meats off to people, because you get so many from killing one animal, and it gives you like a nice little chunk. Like that definitely affords my arrows that I used in this hunt. And more to add on. Arrows is such a hard thing to keep up with. I haven't got a level in speech, so I can level up again and then go back and do some more archery training. Oh, 41 in archery, more in health. Eventually I want to put in stamina too, and I guess I'll need a little bit of magic if I want to efficiently max out magic. Clean kill, I don't know. It might be time to start putting it back in sneak. Because I have got like 1 or 2 levels out there hunting, getting sneak attacks off. I mean, it's a little bit of damage. I don't know if it's enough damage to warrant it, but I guess we're gonna go at it. And then I'm just right back to selling. So our elven friend gave us the key to his house, which was a mistake, because we're gonna go full hobo mode and pretty much take everything that isn't nailed down. All these elf ears, of course he'd fucking have those. Let's see, I will get into potion making. I just make sure I have enough first. I'm gonna take all these meats I can sell or eat those. I think you can get sick from eating raw meat. Ooh, raw broiled eggs, that's pretty cool. Cooked meats, cheeses. He's just gonna return home hungry. He's like, a nice long day after cutting wood and hunting. Time to enjoy. Oh, I'm gonna sit down. Fuck. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. This is an okay angle. I don't know how they can leave all this like raw food out in good conscience. I leave cheese out for 20 minutes and I freak out about it going bad. Ooh, hunting. I guess I didn't have to take his. He had an extra one. He has all the shit that I can take now that we're buddies. Which is kind of cool. Like, I don't mind robbing him, but I'd prefer not to. Steel. I could probably get rid of some other items now, too. Because I just got that steel thing. True shot, arrows, thank you. Gloves, nah. Book, nah. Are those? Oh, those are saber cat pelts. Awesome. I think I could make something with those. Bread, yes please. More gold. I guess he doesn't want me to have the bandit armor. That's a little too much for him. Yeah, nah. And he's training us. I don't want him to hate me. What's this? Nothing. I'm gonna try and collect all the skill books I can. Like when I eventually get a house, I'm gonna have all the skill books on a big shelf somewhere, I think. Or I might get a full library. I don't know. I've tried it once or twice, but I always end up getting frustrated. I'm just gonna take everything he has. Iron daggers, thank you. Now, salt pile is really important when it comes to cooking, but it's also pretty good for other things. I could make mountain flower tea. That's kind of cool. Pheasant roast, potato soup. We can make a bunch of potato soup. We got a couple of each of them. I can make stronger poisons with the spider venom I collected earlier in the playthrough. Some rabbit hutches, salmon steaks. I don't know if I'll actually get into cooking. It seems easier just to buy the food because salt piles are kind of important when it comes to potion making, and they're hard to find sometimes. We got a dip. I think the times comes we can actually test our might against some dangerous foes that actually can climb on the rocks and we have less room to run to. But there's always a guy kind of like chilling right here on the mine, and I guess he's seeing me pretty easily. It's probably because of the detection mod. Let's see if I can get a critical hit on him. I hate like the invisible boundaries like that because it kind of really fucks me up when I'm trying to get good shots in. That does nothing. 46 archery though. All we gotta do is get one more level and then we can have him train us the rest of the way. I'm just gonna try and dodge this guy's attacks as best I can by climbing on the rocks. Come at me, cat. I could use a better rug. Yeah, he had the high ground there for a second, so I had to... Oop. Let's try. I really try to stay close to these rocks when doing these fights because, like, the difference between fighting animals and fighting people is people have that execution. If you do too much, they do too much damage to you too quick, they can execute you. And there's not a whole lot I can do about that. So I try to refrain from fighting people as much as possible in direct fights. So his AI brain kind of decides, hey, I need to hide from these arrows. But it ain't gonna save him. Just giving me an easier target. I might actually lose his body down that. Hup. Ooh, shiny. I think I'll take everything. Don't mind if I do. And we out. We just cleared the front, so let's make our way on the inside. I've never really paid attention to what these guys really talk about, because I always like kill them immediately. That's a nice little bit of damage with the sneak attack. I'm thinking the one mod makes it where like lighting matters when it comes to sneaking, so I'm probably gonna end up picking up all of these if I can. Some of them are extinguish, and some of them are pick up. I'm just gonna pick them all up and have them lit inside my bag. That sounds like a good idea. I never trigger that trap either. I always like to think as a way that I can run them back into if I have to. But I guess I'm just gonna try and fucking murder these guys without them realizing. I think one goes up there and the other one like chills out at the bottom part still. He's gonna have a lot harder time seeing me now. Where is he? I think he's sleeping. He's sleeping. Rest in peace, dude. Fuck. I don't know why I got 2.5 times on that instead of the 2. Unless it's the one of the perks I took or something. Come on, turn around. Yeah. That's how a lot of these fights usually end up going. Finally got the fucking level. Health, definitely. I think I'm dehydrated because it looks like my mana and my stamina are worse. Clean kill? Hell yeah. That was a pretty clean kill. Steady hand. Clean kill. It just sounds cool. I'm gonna sit back here, sneak, and sort of wait for my opportunity to hit the other guy. I really like these long stretches like this because I can just sort of aggro them wherever I need to and put it into them really fast. This next part coming up is kind of hard because they both, or I know at least one of them runs up to the spot where I lowered the drawbridge. So it kind of sucks. This part right here is really a test of if your sneak is high enough for this area. And I have some levels in sneak. I know if I shoot out that way, it might draw them out. Boy, he creeping, and he has a fucking two-handed. I'm still fairly certain if he winds up, he will kill me in one hit. If he gets a power attack off. So he's extra dangerous. Draugr are really difficult to deal with just for that, because like most of them wield two-handed weapons. I think it's safe enough now. I'm going to try and like draw them out in the open where I can get them a good 1-2. It seems like if you don't like fight them or anything, they just kind of give up and go across. I thought they pulled the drawbridge back up, but this works out pretty good for me. I can shoot them in the back like the coward that I am. And I'm the living one, so I could just sort of just like take care of him how I took care of the other guy. I fucking missed. So our sneak's 31. That's getting better. You can really start noticing at like level 45, almost 50. Because people will look like directly at you. And I think, oh shit, I killed that guy. I'm like, oh, I thought that was the full life one. 2 hits, that's pretty easy. These long stretches make it really easy. We got this surplus of naked men, so let's stack them up. You know, when someone actually comes into this mine after I clear it, and they're like, what the fuck happened here? Some sort of big orgy gone awry? You can grab shit through this little window, which I always do because I have sticky fingers. I pick up every gold coin. I pick up everything that I can. Except that mug. I ain't got room for my inventory right now. This one shot's a little iffy sometimes because you can't hit those bars, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, I just hit the bar. Fuck. So I have to wait for them to reset. Pretty much hit them again. Bada boom. Bada bing. What's kind of cool, it's kind of shitty when you hit someone with an arrow, they immediately know where you are regardless of the situation, which doesn't really feel real. I feel like there's a lot of spots you could have been shot from in some instances, like open in the wild. But they will go to that spot after they're being hit, and it just makes it a lot easier to line up shots because you know they're going to be. So let's fucking go mad and clean out this room. Oh, great dungeon chest. What do you have for me? Some gold, some enchantments. I'll probably, there'll never be a time where I use like a two-handed weapon. I'll probably just unenchant those. I'll pick most of this stuff up. Edibles. Delicious tomatoes. So I know there's like a little area dip down there, and there's like 2. I don't know why I got a level of sneaking when, I guess I get it just being near someone and they don't see me, but I always thought they had to like be in combat and then you lose it and you get the sneaking experience. But I think it's an okay spot. I'm just gonna start volleying, shooting these people in the fucking back. I'm thinking it's either 3 or 4 bandits in this room. I love how these long-range cinematics sort of look, but they are really stressful when you're trying to get away in time. Like, really stressful because it gives you less time to react and move away when you need to move immediately. I've killed a couple of them now. I think there's only like 1 or 2 left. Let's shoot this bitch in the back. Bop. That damage is so nice against bandits. She might be in range where I can just fucking murder her ass. I ain't gonna risk it. I'll wait a second, she's in better position. So a lot of this is too is just waiting. God, I look like a fucking devil. With that sound, I hear that the dungeon is now cleared. And she even dropped an enchanted weapon, which is really... It's rare in other playthroughs, but it's more common in this because they do get stuff from... Like, if I were to sell this to a merchant, he could potentially sell it to one of the, the bandits. And they'll have it in their inventory when I'm trying to kill their ass. So we clear up some space and hopefully get out of here pretty quick. So after leaving that dungeon, I pretty much picked up everything that wasn't nailed down, as I usually do. Got some okay gear, and we were actually able to trade him back and forth. We have enough money now to level ourselves all the way up to 50. And I'm thinking that's like the max that he can teach us. Yeah. I don't think he could teach us anything anymore. So what I'll probably end up doing with him in the long run is making him a pack mule. He'll carry around things for me because I think there's one item you can make that increases your weight capacity by like 150 maybe. It's a backpack you can make with hides. We'll probably be working on that in the next episode, getting one of those because they are super important when you're hauling around 30 things of venison. But we got the level 50 archery. I should have given us access to something else. See, wing strike doesn't really do what I'm wanting it to do. I feel like the ones always to the right are like a little bit off. Ignoring armor is pretty good. Defeat 21. That could be decent if someone's like running toward me, which is probably going to be happening a lot in my dumbass. I can access Ranger now, which is pretty badass. What is that? I like looking at like what they lead to too, because I know there's one of them that gives me more speed the longer I'm in combat, which is actually pretty broken. It gives me more movement speed the longer I'm in combat with the bow, so I can pretty much just run around. I'll get crippling shot. I like the idea of saving myself. So while exploring the dungeon, we actually got some better gear, and I guess it makes us look shirtless, so we're the shirtless man walking across the countryside, hunting animals and robbing from people. I sold a bunch of stuff. We are ending at 2,400 gold, and we'll be a little less than that. I'm gonna look and see if I can make that backpack now, because I really need it. And I know there's stuff I can steal. Oh, hello. Just phased into reality. Okay.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Oh, I think I know what this is. It's that one. I hate this fucking quest line. Yeah, this guy's a fucking dick. Fuck him. I ain't gonna help him. But this is where we're gonna end it for now, friends. Oh, fuck you too, you son of a bitch. I'll murder him one day. One day. We are looking super beefy. We have no groin, if you may have noticed. My eyes went immediately there. Don't pay no attention to that. Yeah, we're getting stronger every day. Got real strong. So thank you for joining me on this adventure. Come in for next week and I'll have another one up. Till then, friends.
Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.